Welcome back to Cleveland once again. The Lady Wildcats have won the game by a score of 54-52. Still waiting for the head coach of the Oak Ridge High School Lady Wildcats to join us. While we wait for her, maybe I can get Caleb Riker to tell us a little bit about the boys' game, which is a few moments away from getting underway.
Alrighty, we'll be turning our attention to the boys' game now. The Wildcats are trying to sweep the season series with the Blue Raiders and also win their 14th game of the season. The last time Oak Ridge swept the season series with Cleveland was during the 2020-2021 season. The two teams split last season, with Oak Ridge losing here but winning at the Wildcat Arena. Earlier this season, the Wildcats won their first overtime game since 2018 when they beat the Raiders 68-63 on December 13th. This was possibly the worst officiated game of the season with multiple technical fouls, but the Wildcats prevailed behind Caden Breithart's 28 points, Grayson Strader had 15, and the Wildcats win. The game was tied at 57-57 after regulation. Oak Ridge fell behind 27-15 after one quarter, but slowly worked their way back into it. The series with Cleveland began in 1971, and Oak Ridge leads the series 20-10. Next week, Oak Ridge resumes their district schedule with games at West and Carnes. Oak Ridge defeated West 3 times last year, including the semifinals of the district tournament. The last time West beat Oak Ridge was in 2012 region tournament. The Wildcats lead the series 23-4 since 9 Carnes. Both Carnes and West are both tied for first place with Oak Ridge with 2-0 records in the district. We will broadcast each night on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, Channel 15, and streaming live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. The Carnes game will be sponsored by Terry Lee. If you would like to help us out and sponsor a night of basketball, please contact David. We are a non-profit and we can always use your support. Our corporate sponsors for tonight's game are the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Mortgage Investors Group, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off of Oak Ridge and Cleveland. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Welcome back once again to the Cleveland High School gym. We're working to get the stream going again. And a lot of people in this gym, we lost our internet stream. It happens when we go on the road, obviously, and we apologize for that. But what a really big win for the Lady Wildcats here, 54-52. I was talking with Coach Taylor on the TV show on Wednesday, and I just off the air I said to her, we really need this win. I mean, just to prove to the girls that they can beat good teams as well as other teams, and they did. This is a good team they beat tonight. They almost beat them at the Wildcat Arena. This Cleveland team, and I said 13 wins, they had won 16 games coming into this game. 16 games had that Cleveland team won, and the Lady Wildcats win. And even their record, the Lady Wildcats have been struggling all along to kind of catch up and go 500, and they finally do it. They are 8-8. More importantly, they're just playing good basketball right now. Lady Wildcats are playing up to their potential, and if you just tuned in, the good news too is that the Lady Wildcats are going to get Lindsay Cleveland back, who had an injury, knee injury, we thought, but the MRI showed there was nothing torn, nothing at all, except a deep bone bruise, and those are painful. But she's going to be able to play here soon, and that's great news for the Lady Wildcats. Still about 2 minutes away from the start of the boys' game. Both teams are warming up here. Coach Taylor, I guess, will speak to her at halftime of the boys' game. Girls win 54-52. Boys' game coming up in a few moments. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 90 seconds. David Clary back here along with Alex Varaxa, Caleb Riker, Ethan Eubanks, and our engineer Brian Bennett back in the studios. Wildcats today are going to be without the services of Brennan Scott, three-point shooter. One of our leading scorers, obviously, one of our better players, one of the more experienced players, good leader. The Wildcats turned his ankle in practice on Thursday and will not be able to go, and they're really kind of holding him out, hoping that he'll be ready to go Tuesday when the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats take on the West High Rebels at West. Starting lineups are about to be introduced in the boys' game. The two teams are going to battle out here. Oak Ridge defeated Cleveland the first go-around in overtime, and the Wildcats did that with a great performance from Caden Brightheart, who had 28 points in that ball game. He'll be playing tonight, but Brennan Scott will not. He was not in double figures the last time, but it's a huge loss not to have Brennan out with us. We got the stream going again. For those of you who switched over to the radio, stay with the radio. We love our radio and our broadcast on FM 92.7. Wildcats are going to start. Let's see, Price Davis, Quez Thomas, Grayson Strader, along with Bryson Comer and Caden Brightheart. Hopefully we'll get our guys back here. Looks like Alex might have to do double, triple duty here as the starting lineups are being introduced here. Wildcats wearing their all Cardinal jerseys with gray. The Blue Raiders, the home team, wearing their white jerseys with blue and red trim. Without Brennan Scott today, Wildcats shorthanded. We'll see how it all goes. For the Wildcats, Oak Ridge has got a pretty deep, solid team. Got to play some defense because this is really one good Cleveland team trying to win their 14th game of the year. Hopefully, Ethan and Caleb will be back soon. They are slowly making their way towards us here, eating as they come. As the seniors are being introduced, number 23 for them, Gabe Leeper, he's a senior. And we're about to have basketball for you here. Oak Ridge and Cleveland. The rivalry began back in 1971. Oak Ridge leads the all-time series, and they pretty much dominated it. But Cleveland, great basketball team, coached by Reggie Tucker, played at LSU when Coach Green was playing for UT. So two SEC coaches playing against one another, coaching against one another. It'll be Bryson Comer to jump for the Wildcats. And remember to start it'll be Bryson Comer to jump against number 5. That'll be Salt. Ball is up, controlled by Cleveland, and we are underway. With the basketball will come Gabe Leeper. He's a senior, guarded by Quez Thomas. Dribbles to the free throw line, falls down. Caden Brightheart's got it. Gives it off to Price Davis. Price dribbles in, penetrates left block, no place to go but back. Here it goes to Bryson Comer against what appears to be a zone. They work the ball top of the circle. Brightheart to Strader, back to Brightheart. Around the right it goes to Price for 3. No good. Rebound to Cleveland's Alex Hyder. Hyder down the floor for the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Tops the key against the zone. He shoots a 3. He throws up an air ball to start the ball game. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball coming back the other way. Caleb eating a hot dog here next to me. Cheetos with just ketchup on that hot dog.
I have not put the ketchup on the hot dog yet. I am focused on the game. I'll probably put that on during halftime.
Oak Ridge basketball, 0-0 our score. Brightheart to Grayson, thought about a 3, dribbles in, got a screen, pulls up 10-footer, short. Rebounded by Jason Brooks. 0-0 our score, we've played a minute. Here comes Cleveland down the floor. Right corner he goes, looking to get it inside to number 5, Salt. He's got it, guarded by Strader. Harassed by Price Davis. They work in the paint. Oh, that's got to be, he lowered his shoulder, went into Oak Ridge's player, but the shot is good. Not a hard contact, so I really wouldn't honestly call that a foul, but he did kind of push off with his shoulder. Here's Quez down the floor, off the glass shot, no good. Wildcats down the floor with the basketball. Not a great-looking shot. They've got a 3 opportunity if they want it. They're not. Now they set it out for 3, 5-0. If he hits it, no good. Out of bounds, saved by Cleveland. Great hustle. Now they shoot another 3. That's no good. Way off the mark. Neither team really looking great here. Here comes Quez down the floor. Quez falls down with his dribble, picks it up, goes inside Grayson Strader, lays it in, good. 2-2 our score. Great pass by Quez and the bucket by Grayson. Here comes a steal by Price Davis. Davis in the rear court, and he throws the ball out of bounds. Could have stood there. He was defended there by Alex Hyder, but he elected to bounce the ball back out to Quez, and he bounced it right on the sideline as the Wildcats turned the ball over. 2-2 our score here. Got very quiet all of a sudden here with 6:04 to play in the first quarter and a 2-2 ball game. Cleveland trying to work the ball in, and it comes to Gabe Leeper. Bounce pass intercepted by Brightheart. Here comes Brightheart going coast to coast. All the way in for the shot. Will it count? No, he missed it, but he'll go to the free throw line. Caden had 28 points against Cleveland at the Wildcat Arena. He's looking for his first 2 here tonight with 5:58 to play in the first period. Wildcats tied at 2 with the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Brightheart goes to the free throw line. He is a junior Wildcat. First toss, good. 3-2, Oak Ridge in the lead. Back to the free throw line will go Caden Brightheart. Wildcats have Bryson Comer, Grayson Strader, Quez Thomas, Price Davis. I mentioned Brennan Scott not able to play, turned his ankle in practice. Brightheart knocks down the second toss. 4-2 Wildcats. Here comes Cleveland, moving right to left. They're predominantly white jerseys with blue and red trim. The Wildcats, and they're all Cardinal jerseys as they drive in the paint. Here's a shot, no good. Knocked out by Cleveland, although he says it was last touched by Oak Ridge. It'll be Cleveland basketball underneath the goal. Oak Ridge playing with Price Davis in the spot of Brennan Scott. It'll be Cleveland ball. They work it in, and it comes to Thomas. He's a senior. Out it goes to Salt. Attacks the paint, kicks the ball left corner, driving in. Almost a walk there. They work the ball left corner back to Leeper. Gabe Leeper looks inside. Good defense, Oak Ridge. They have to back it around to the top of the key to Hyder. Hyder swings it out over to Salt. Salt peppers the pass off to the left side to number 11. That'll be Jason Brooks. They work the ball in front of the Oak Ridge bench. Bounce pass goes inside. Great pass. Bad shot. Rebound out of bounds. Who touched it last? Nope, nobody. It got caught between the rim and the backboard. Zayana Stewart walked past me, and she's heading out of the gym here. Congratulations, Zay, on the win. She waves. Oak Ridge basketball, 4-2 our score. Where we broadcast here, we're in the path of everybody. As Price guns a three, no good. Rebound Cleveland. Price 0 for 2 from three-point range. We're going to get Marcus Peters in the ballgame. Cleveland shoots a three. It's no good. Rebounded by Quez. Quez Thomas. Jaquez down the floor for the Wildcats. Works the ball to Grayson Strader. Wildcats up by 2. Low scoring first quarter here. 4-2 our score. I have no room on the table because of Caleb's food. Here's a steal. Wildcats are going to give up a layup. No good. Grayson Strader had it, stepped out of bounds with it. Wildcats are going to substitute Marcus Peters in the ballgame. Marcus checks in for the first time. Out will go Quez. Out will go Price Davis. Raekwon Watson checks in the ballgame for the first time as well. Oak Ridge up by 2, 4-2. Almost 4 minutes into the game. Not a whole lot of scoring. Cleveland ball, number 11 against Marcus. Drives in, shoots, clang off the iron, no good. Again, no good. Third time, not the charm. Fourth time, not the charm. Rebound, Bryson Comer. Here come the Wildcats. They just missed some bunnies, point blank, and here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ray with the basketball. Wildcats setting it up. Left corner it goes. Marcus Peters drives left, gives it out to Brightheart. Thought about driving in, will. Cut off at the free throw line, turns it over. Down the floor will come Cleveland. Shot, good. They score with number 23, Gabe Leeper, and it's a 4-4 ball game. Down the floor once again will come the Wildcats. Raekwon Watson with it across the line. 4-4, 3:44 to play first quarter. Bryson Comer, layup. Good. Not really a layup, just kind of a little bunny from about 2 feet out, and Oak Ridge is back up by 2. 6-4 the score, 3:33 to play the first period. Leeper with the basketball. He's a senior player, got it by Ray. Dribbles past to the midcourt circle, fires it up to number 5, Salt. Along the baseline it goes. Comer trying to guard the big guy. He drives in for the shot. Little hook, no good. Rebound over the back foul is going to be called, I think, against Grayson. Got him on the wrist. It's a good call. 3:18 to play first quarter. That'll be foul called against Grayson Strader. His first personal foul. Team foul number 1 against Oak Ridge. Cleveland trails 6-4. Shooting 2 free throws here in a low-scoring first period. 3:18 to play first quarter. One dribble, one shot. Hits iron, drops to the net, good. 6-5 the score. 3:18 to play first quarter. Back to the free throw line will go the Blue Raider. Dribbles 3 times this time. Guns it, good. 6-6 our score. The Wildcats down the floor facing limited pressure. Ray with it across the line. About to be trapped. Works out of that trap. Dribbles into Caden Brightheart, but goes in for the shot. Good! Count it! And he's fouled. Give the assist to Raekwon Watson, who got the ball down to Caden, and it'll be an opportunity for a 3-point play. 3:09 to play first quarter. The bucket should be good, although they didn't put it up on the board. It should be 8-6. It'll be Caden Brightheart to the free throw line. I think they're going to put it all together. He knocks down the free throw, good. And they did not put the bucket in. The Wildcats should be up. They didn't count Oak Ridge's bucket. Come on, Cleveland. He's stopping the game. He didn't put the bucket in. Here comes a shot, no good. Foul call, that's an offensive player control foul. Yeah, that scorekeeper for Cleveland had to be told by Coach Green to count that bucket. And that's an offensive player control foul against the Cleveland Blue Raiders. That'll be the first foul called against Gabe Leeper. 9-6 Wildcats. Grayson to work it in and does to Raekwon Watson. Rayway down the floor. 9-6 Oak Ridge in the lead. 2:49 to play. We're in the first quarter. Wildcats in the lead in a tight one here. Neither team shot the ball well early as the Wildcats set it inside. Grayson wanted to shoot. He's going to be called for a travel. Wildcats turn the ball over with 2 minutes and 37 seconds to play in the first quarter in a 9-6 ball game. Here comes Cleveland down the floor. Grayson Strader, Bryson Comer, Caden Brightheart, Marcus Peters, Raekwon Watson in the ball game for the Cardinal and Gray. Cleveland basketball, Judah Salt with the basketball. Bounce pass number 11, that's Jason Brooks. Big number 4 driving in, that's Thomas against Bryson Comer. Bryson manning him up there. No place to go except to the baseline to Salt. Got it now by Grayson Strader. Wants to take Grayson Strong to the hole. Ball deflected. They kick it out for a 3. No good. Bryson on the rebound, knocked out of bounds. They say by Cleveland's number 4, Thomas. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 9-6 our score. Oak Ridge holding on to the lead. 2 minutes, 3 seconds to play. Cleveland really struggling to shoot the ball. They're athletic for sure, but struggling to get easy shots to fall for them. Hopefully that'll be the case the rest of the night. Grayson Strader outside the three-point line. Wanted to launch, will not. Fires it way off the fingertips of number 22, Alex Hyder, out of bounds. A pass intended in the right corner to Marcus Peters. Be Oak Ridge basketball underneath the goal to work the ball in will be Caden Brightheart. 1:47 to play, and it goes to Grayson. Free throw line, cannot shoot. Bryson on the right block. Kicks the ball back to Ray Ray. Against his own, Ray Ray penetrates left. Lost the ball, grabs it right back. Double teamed is Bryson Comer. He swings the ball to Brightheart, blows past his defender, goes in for the shot, takes it off the glass and scores. Oak Ridge by 5, 11-6 to score. Here come the Blue Raiders down the floor. Minute 26 to play. That should be an offensive foul. He's going to call a block. It looked like number 23, Gabe Leeper, used his elbow and forearm to push him. Maybe I saw it wrong. They call the foul on Oak Ridge. That'll be the second team foul called against the Wildcats. Oak Ridge on top, 11-6. Cleveland basketball. In it comes to Jason Brooks. 1 minute, 22 seconds to play in the first quarter, 11-6 to score. Cleveland basketball. The Wildcats defending. They shoot a 3. It's good. 3-point shot by Judah Salt. I didn't think it was going to go in at first. Wildcats trying to work it into Ray Ray. Wildcats by 2. 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Here comes Ray Ray down the floor for the Wildcats. 11-9 Wildcats. Ray Ray to the hole. Off the glass shot. Goes over the top of the backboard. And it'll be their basketball. Wow. I don't know how he could miss it that badly. Unless it was touched. I thought it had to be touched by somebody. The ball went sailing over the top of the goal out of bounds. 11-9 the score. 47 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Their basketball. Number 11 driving in. Stops. Kicks it out. Wide open 3. Good. 3-point shot for Gabe Leeper. The Wildcats trail. 12-11 the score. Oak Ridge throws the ball away again. Too many turnovers here. Ray Ray's coming out. 32.8 seconds. Quez Thomas back in. Oak Ridge trails for the first time. 12-11 the score. 32.8 seconds to play. Wildcats without Brennan Scott. Wildcats have available to play, who have yet to play, Connor Cummings, along with Cooper Williams, Cameron McCullough, Shamar Green. They're on the bench. Brennan unable to play. We've already seen Price Davis in the ballgame, along with Raekwon. 17 seconds to play first quarter. Their basketball. Cleveland, dribbling exhibition by Gabe Leeper, harassed by Quez Thomas. 9 seconds to play. He's going to dribble in, pull up and shoot a 3. Rims out, no good. All that dribbling for nothing. Bryson Comer, midcourt shot, no good, as the first quarter comes to a close. We've played 1 quarter of basketball here from Cleveland, and the Wildcats trail it 12-11. We'll be back to Cleveland in 60 seconds. Takes forever. Knocks it down. 2-point game. A couple of years ago, it came down here. Jeremy Miller got a layup from about midcourt all the way in. The Wildcats won. Last year we came down here and Cleveland won. See what we can do tonight. That free throw is good. The Wildcats now down by 3. Here comes Oak Ridge quickly. Marcus Peters going to drive in for a layup. Nice move. Missed a shot, though. Quez has the rebound back to Grayson. To Breithart. Breithart left side Marcus. Marcus dribbles in and called for a travel. Came to a stop there and kind of stutter stepped as he moved. Wildcats down 3. Playing without Brennan Scott today. Turned his ankle in practice. And that's a big loss for the Wildcats. 3-point shooter. You got to respect that outside game of his. And all the other leadership qualities he brings to the table as Cleveland has the basketball up by 3. Wildcats have led most of the way, but now they trail by 6 as they drop in a shot. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 17-11 the score. Oak Ridge needs some points. Here comes Oak Ridge. Good defense by Cleveland. Out it goes Grayson Strader. 17-11 the score. Quez Thomas with the basketball. Turnovers were an issue in the latter part of the first quarter. See what Breithart can do. The Wildcats got to knock down some shots. Quez missed that one. Rebounded by Cleveland. Rattled in and out of the goal. Cleveland can increase their lead. It's already 6. Need some offense here. Cleveland drives the paint. Shot is no good. Rebound Breithart. Wildcats have numbers. They throw the ball away, though, and then they get the ball right back. Here comes Grayson Strader all the way to the hole. Good! And he's fouled. Grayson Strader has an opportunity here for a 3-point play. 6:35 to play. Second quarter, and the Wildcats trail 17-13. It looked like both teams would turn the ball over on 2 different occasions. Then the Wildcats finally got it, and Grayson will go to the free throw line. 17-13 Cleveland coming out of the ball game, kind of hobbled out of the game. Number 22, Alex Hyder, and he's heading to the dressing room. I think he might be bleeding, and he's coming out, so they halt play for him. Let's see if that indeed is the case. I don't see any blood. They're going to call the personal foul on number 22, Alex Hyder. They gave it to 11. That's Alex's first foul, team foul number 4 against Cleveland. To the line, Grayson Strader. Free throw good. Wildcats trail by 3, 17-14. Here comes Gabe Leeper down the floor. Coast to coast, he's going all the way to the hole. Goes inside, lost the ball. It should be a jump ball. Bodies on the floor, alternate possession arrow, Oak Ridge. 6:30 to play, second quarter, 17-14 Cleveland. The Wildcats playing with Marcus Peters. Did not play in the Clinton ball game the other day. The Wildcats also have Price Davis back in the ball game. With the basketball will come the Wildcats down by 3, 17-14 the score. Caden Breithart dribbles in, penetrates left, gives it out to Price Davis. Along to Peters to Quez Thomas. Quez looks to Caden, gets it on the right extension of the free throw line, blows past his defender. Fadeaway jumper is up, hits the rim, no good. Rebound for a second by Bryson Comer, saved away by Salt. They've got a snowbird down the floor, and he scores. Off the glass goes Cleveland, and it's back to a 5-point game. Drew Lambert, senior, scores for the Blue Raiders. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Oak Ridge down by 5. Marcus Peters with the basketball. To Bryson Comer, to Breithart. Shot, fouled. Oh, they're going to call it jump ball. And that's probably a good call. I actually don't honestly mind that. He got it all ball and tied him up. Coach Green didn't think so. I honestly think it was a good call. Actually, the officiating has been good in this game. The officiating in the junior varsity game was horrendous. 45 fouls called in a JV ball game. Oak Ridge down 5. Cleveland basketball, 5.5 minutes to play here in the second period. Wildcats on defense here. Cleveland got a huge size advantage. I don't know if they got a basketball advantage. They work the ball to Salt. Left side, number 14 for 3. Good. 3-point shot for Lambert. And the Wildcats are down 22-14, an 8-point deficit here. Wildcats struggling to find offense from anybody. Here comes Marcus Peters dribbling in. No place to go to Breithart. Wildcats have got to find somebody to score. Maybe it's Price. That is an air ball, no good. Rebounded by the Blue Raiders. They throw the ball down the floor. Inside Oak Ridge. Jump ball is called. The Wildcats will get it this time. 22-14. Oak Ridge trying to find a little offense here. Out of the game. Let's see who's coming out. Wildcats are going to get Bryson Comer out of the game. He's been battling. Grayson Strader, let's see, is in the game. Quez Thomas. Wildcats have Cooper Williams, Caden Breitharp, and Marcus Peters. 8-point disadvantage right now. The Wildcats trailing 22-14, trying to find somebody to score. Here comes Oak Ridge with the basketball. Quez with it. Wildcats have been pretty good for the most part shooting from the perimeter, especially with Brendan Scott. He's not able to play. Quez throws the ball away. I don't know. We don't look very sharp here in this one. And Ray's going to come in just wildly throwing the ball away. By far, not the best first half of basketball here. They got to play some defense here, too. 22-14 the score. The Wildcats trailing. The girls had a big win today. Here comes Cleveland coast to coast with it. All the way in for a shot. Good. 10-point game. Just a little reverse layup. Didn't look pretty, but it goes. And the Wildcats are down 10. Haven't scored in a month. What was the score after one quarter? As Breitharp kicks it out. Marcus Peters, boy, they need this three. No good.
It was 11-12 after the first quarter.
The Wildcats have only scored 3 points here through 4 minutes here, and they're down 10 here. Wildcats struggling. Dribbling with it will come Brooks. Shot, no good. Rebound to Cleveland. Back up, no good. Foul called against Cooper Williams. 3:52 to play. Coach Green not happy, but on the other end of the floor, the Wildcats can't find any offense. Offense has never been an issue here, but today they're struggling to score.
Yeah, it's been a struggle here offensively so far. I mean, I think it's showing that we're missing Brennan here.
I would agree with that, and a timeout is asked for. 24-14 the score. He provides a lot of leadership for this team. Obviously, he provides that outside punch where they have to respect him, which kind of opens up the inside. Coach Green not happy with something. I can hear him. We're all the way across the floor from him, and I can hear him yelling from here. And now he's calmed down a little bit more calm with his delivery to the team. 10-point game, one of the biggest deficits the Wildcats have had all season long here. Wildcats have either won every game or been close in every ball game. But right now they're down 10. 3:52 to play, and frankly, 14 points, and we're over halfway through the first half. That's obviously not good, and that, as Caleb said a moment ago, that really shows we're missing Brendan Scott's offense. They're about to shoot free throws. That was the fourth team foul. They ruled him in the act of shooting, and he was. They'll get 2 shots here. 24-14 Cleveland. Free throw, good. 11-point deficit. Oak Ridge playing with Marcus Peters in the ball game. Bryson Comer, Raquan Watson, Caden Breitharp, and Grayson Strader. Free throw, good. 12-point deficit here. 26-14. Got to start creeping back into the ball game here. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ray running the point. Coach Green calls the new play. Dribbles off to his left side. 3:42 to play. Both of them good. 26-14. Oak Ridge basketball. Grayson in the right corner. Back to Breitharp. They're doing their best to guard him. He's going to drive in. A little floating 5-footer. No good. Rebounded by Bryson Comer. Wants to go right back up with a shot. No good again. Wildcats can't get anything to fall. Here comes Cleveland down the floor. Number 14 with it. He's a big dude. Drew Lambert with it. Works the ball to another new guy in the ball game. Cleveland's got number 3. That's Camden Gober in the ball game. He drives in, throws it away. The Oak Ridge basketball on their turnover. 3:06 to play second quarter. 12-point game. 26-14. We didn't get a chance to speak to Coach Paige Taylor. We'll speak to her at halftime. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. 3 minutes to play first half. Oak Ridge basketball. Ray with it. Top of the key. Swings the ball to Peters around to Breitharp. Breitharp. Coach Green says move it. Caden does. To the hole. Missed the shot. Knocked out by Grayson Strader out of bounds. Wildcats cannot get anything to fall. Down by 12. 26-14. The Wildcats 13-1 on the year. Obviously, this is not a district ball game. They're playing 2 district games next week. West at West on Tuesday. Carnes at Carnes on Friday. We'll have the broadcast in some form or fashion. That's a charge. Oh! Bryson's there forever. They call it block. Maybe he moved at the last moment. That'll be the 4th team foul, not a shooting violation. I would have called a charge, but I'm biased. 2:35 to play. They're going to substitute back in the ball game Gabe Leeper. We didn't make any headway while he was out. Actually, the big guy, number 14, Drew Lambert, played well. Cleveland basketball up by 12, 26-14. Ball comes in, and it comes to Thomas. Out to the top it goes to Judah Salt. Around the left wing it goes to Gober. Gober works the ball to his left with a pass to the corner. Harassed by Bryson Comer. Guarding him directly. Fires it out to the top to Judah Salt. Salt is a senior. The ball deflected by Caden Brightheart, but not far enough to get the ball away. They'll shoot a three. No good. Rebound Oak Ridge. That wasn't Cleveland's shot, I don't think. Wildcats pushing it up the floor with Ray Ray. Ray Ray, right side, Caden, the lefty for three. No good. Rebound again by Cleveland. Saved, though, on the deflection to Marcus Peters. He shoots the three. It's on its way. It's no good. Rebounded by Cleveland. We can't buy a bucket from the perimeter. Here comes Cleveland down the floor in a 12-point game. 26-14, a minute 48 to play in the second period. Cleveland calls the new play as they walk the ball across the line with the basketball. Jason Brooks, guarded by Brightheart. Got a double screen. Wanted to shoot a three, will not. Swings it over to the right corner to Leeper. Leeper drives in, goes up for the shot, no good. Bryson Comer on the rebound to Ray Ray. Ray Ray coming down the floor for the Wildcats, trailing 26-14. Ray Ray having trouble with his dribble, taken out of his hands. Turnover, layup. He lost it out of bounds because I think he's fouled. They're going to say, let's see if it was on the floor or shooting. He stripped it away, and it's going to go against Marcus Peters, his second foul, team foul number 6. I don't see anybody heading to the line. Cleveland, the Wildcats are poised for free throws, but Cleveland's going to get the ball on the baseline. Minute 21 to play, 26-14, only 14 points for the Wildcats here in the second period. Total. Cleveland ball, they fire it in. Then it comes to Brooks. Brooks eludes his defender and scores easily. 14-point game, 28-14. Defense is not terrible. The offense has struggled. Grayson Strader with it, top of the circle. We got to get points from him. Dribbles out to the top. Good defense by Cleveland. I'm not taking anything away from them, but the Wildcats have missed a lot of wide open threes. Ray Ray shoots one. He missed it. And it'll be Cleveland basketball coming back the other way. 55 seconds to play. Coach Green not too happy about it. 14-point deficit here. 53 seconds to play in the second period. Cleveland with the basketball. Drew Lambert swings it over to the right side of Camden Gober. I think it's pronounced that way. 28-14, Cleveland. Lambert, guarded by Bryson Comer. 5-second count is on him. Lambert swings it over to Leeper. Leeper around the right side to Salt. Salt with 32 seconds to play. Backs it up. 14-point game. Cleveland on top, 28-14. Wildcats 13-1. Cleveland trying to win their 14th game of the year. So is Oak Ridge, obviously. 20.5 seconds to play. Coach Taylor will join me at halftime. 28-14. The girls won 54-52 in a big win here today. They're going for the final shot. Dribbling at the midcourt line. Leading by 14. Oak Ridge will get the ball first in the second half. Cleveland with 2, with 1. Shot is up. No good. As the first half. They worked off about 40 seconds off the clock. Got nothing. 28-14 the score. The Wildcats trailing here at Cleveland High School. Coach Paige Taylor is going to join me here. We'll get a chance to have her sit where Mr. Caleb Riker is actually sitting, as he will run down the stats here in a moment. We're at halftime. 28-14 is our score. And while Coach Paige Taylor speaks to Coach Gaddis, we'll get Coach Taylor in here. That's okay. Coach Gaddis always comes first. I learned that a long time ago, Coach. First off, Coach, congratulations. Big win. You and I were talking on Wednesday. I think I said something to you off the air. Boy, you really need to get that win on Saturday. And against a good team on the road, a team that beat you early on, and you got it tonight. I mean, you led most of the game, start to finish. You did a lot of good things. Your defense was solid. Your ball handling was good. you rebounded the best you could against those tall girls. I mean, they're huge.
Yes.
I mean, they've got these 6'2", 6'3", 6'1" girls. You did a great job on the glass. You hit key shots. A little worried as the third quarter started with three possessions, 3 turnovers.
Right.
Lost the lead. But you battled back and fought in, and you won the ball game.
Yeah, that was it was a great team win for us. Great team win. We knew it was going to be a battle. We knew it was. Watching film from when we played them the first time, they killed us on the offensive boards the first time. I know at halftime they only had 3 offensive rebounds. Second chance opportunities. We wanted to limit our turnovers. We didn't do when we got tired and we were still trying to play fast, we made some mental mistakes turning the ball over. And I think we did a little bit out of frustration too, but I feel like we dominated. Well, I wouldn't say dominated, but in my mind, what I watched, what we needed to do rebounding wise, we did what we needed to do rebounding. We dominated the boards in the ways that we needed to. Our half-court offense, we got a lot of what we wanted in half-court offense, and I felt like our half-court defense was really, really solid. I mean, that's a tough matchup for us, size-wise. It's a tough matchup for us. And I was proud of the girls, too. I told them after the game, we lost that lead in the third quarter, and you're playing on a home court in the third quarter. We could have let that get out of hand real quick, but we didn't. We came right back, and we battled. We took the lead again, and we never looked back.
So that's 5 straight wins. You now even your record at 8-8, which is I know the girls are happy about that, and obviously, more importantly, your record doesn't matter here in early January. What matters is how well you're playing. Right. That's 5 really good basketball games. 6, really counting the Thomas Dale ball game. You actually played well there, just lost the ball game to a really good team. And that's all you can ask for is just to be playing well. You don't want to peak right now.
No.
You got a lot of room to grow for sure, but you are playing really good basketball.
And that's something that we did talk about in the locker room too. Like we the growth that we've had in 2 months or 2.5. I mean, it's tremendous in my opinion. Like we've had tremendous growth. But the good news is we're not even close to being to where we can be. There's a lot of growth ahead of us, and the work that they're putting in, and the effort that they're showing, and the heart and the desire that they're giving me, this could be a really special group.
Good news too. You got from I guess Lindsay Cleveland. I mean, a big bone bruise, I guess it was.
Yeah, they said 2 small bruises. I personally, selfishly, I wanted her to play tonight. And I know that's unrealistic probably, but I had that conversation with her. I wanted her to get out there on the floor just because I want to compete as the best we can. But she'll be back. We need to get her practicing a few days and get her feel back into it.
You got 2 big district games coming up. You play West first on Tuesday. West has struggled all year. I think they're like 1-13, something like that. But it's a district game on the road. You gotta show up. I mean, you gotta show up, and then you got a tougher one Friday night against Carnes. They got beat last night by Farragut. But Carnes has been playing better, and we know that coach pretty well. Right. She knows our girls pretty well, so it'll be a tough week next week.
It will be, and it's district. We're starting a whole new season. Yeah, I mean, we've played 2 district games already, but this is where we're playing for something. We're playing for a seed. We're playing for a district outright win. And then we want to win the district regular season. We want to win that district tournament and host the region. But it's one game at a time, and we've got West on Tuesday, and then we'll focus on Carnes for Friday. I mean, She knows us, but I would say we're a completely different basketball team right now than we were last year.
Coach, one thing, congratulations once again, but how frustrating it is for a coach. I know the guys just can't hit anything in the first half. How frustrating it is when you're a coach, when you're in your right position, but you can't knock down any shots.
And that was actually us at home against Cleveland. I mean, we had great shots. We had good shots. We just couldn't knock them down. And it's frustrating because, just 1 shot or 2 shots would turn that thing around. You could go on a run, and it would take would cut their runs off. And when you can't make shots, it's frustrating.
Coach, just your final comments on tonight's win.
Great win. Good to come down here at this time of the year. Like you said, we've won 4 or 5 straight. Is it 5? 5 straight. Played, some really good. We've gotten better every game, and I love where this team's going.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Coach Paige Taylor, the Lady Wildcats beat Cleveland tonight 54-52. Let me get Caleb in here to kind of run down the final scoring of the first half here.
Well, it hasn't. Oh, is this on? All right, my bad there. Well, it's kind of been a bad scoring night for Oak Ridge. Our leading scorer, Caden Breithart, with 7, followed by Grayson Schrader with 5, and Bryson Comer with 2. There's no other scorers for Oak Ridge. However, for the Blue Raiders, that is not the case. They have their leading scorer, Thomas, with 7. Jason Brooks, who was trouble last time we played them, with 6. Drew Lambert with 5. Tied with Gabe Leeper with 5. Alex Hyder with 2. And Judah Salt with 3.
Thanks a lot, Caleb. We are at halftime of the boys' game. It's been a struggle for the Wildcats. Can't get a shot to fall here. Maybe the second half will be better for them. They're down 14, 28-14 our score. Send it off to Brian Bennett back at FM 92.7. We'll be back with the second half in 3 minutes. David Clary back here along with Caleb Riker, Alex Oraxa, Ethan Eubanks, and Brian Bennett back in the studios. You know, the arrow, it should be Oak Ridge's ball. When that half ended, the arrow was pointing the opposite direction, and now it's pointing in their direction. And they're going to get the ball first, but I honestly think it should have been our ball. But anyway, it'll be the Blue Raiders with the basketball, and we are underway here. Oak Ridge down 14 points here, 28-14. And Their basketball. Their basketball. Ethan, I trust you 100%, but Coach Green always gets on me when it's as they work the ball left side. Salt dribbles out to the top to Lambert. Lambert drives in for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Bryson Comer, so good defensive stand there. Now the Wildcats need to find somebody to score. Grayson Strader had 15 points the last time the two teams played. Wildcats have got to find some offense here. Here it goes to Quez Thomas. The Wildcats down 14 with the basketball. Price Davis with the basketball. Right corner it goes to Grayson Strader. Dribbles 2 times, gives it over to Caden Brightheart. Brightheart around a screen by Grayson. Looks to shoot a 3. It's way off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Cleveland. Pulled down by number 4 for them, Thomas. That was really off the mark there by Brightheart. Really uncharacteristic for him. 28-14 the score. 6:57 to play in the third period. Jason Brooks, the senior, dribbles in, wanted to go all the way in. Has trouble doing it. Stops on the right elbow. Goes to Lambert. Thought about lobbing it down low to Thomas. Couldn't get the ball to him. Swings the ball around the left side to Salt. Guarded by Strader, who throws the ball back to the right elbow to number 4. That's Thomas. He drives in for a shot. No good, but he does draw the foul. Wildcats just a little sluggish and not getting anything to fall on the other end. It's a struggle here tonight from Cleveland High School. 28-14 is our score. To the free throw line will go the Blue Raiders. That'll be Thomas, the senior. Toss, good. 15-point deficit here, 29-14. The Wildcats put up about 80-plus the other day against Clinton. Today, 14 total so far. Nothing falling for the Wildcats. Thomas back to the line. Toss, no good. Rebound, Bryson Comer. Wildcats have Quez Thomas, Grayson Strader, Bryson Comer, Caden Brightheart, Price Davis. As I mentioned, Brennan Scott not with us tonight. Caden shakes, bakes, turns, spins, shot blocked, saved away by Price, shoots a 3 on its way. Good! 3-point shot for Price Davis. Wildcats wanted to put a little press on, weren't able to do so. Down to a 12-point game, 29-17. Got to play defense now. Wildcats, 6:09 to play third quarter. Leaper to Lambert. Lambert dribbles in. Baseline cut off nicely by Price. He's terribly outsized and backs it over to Salt. Salt around to Thomas, guarded by Comer. They work it in for shot, blocked by Grayson, but saved away by Cleveland. Ball stripped, and they're going to call a foul, I think, against Price Davis. I think Price reached in and hacked him on the wrist. Not a shooting violation. It should be their basketball on the baseline. Coach Green happy with the play. 12-point game, 29-17, 5:52 to play third period. Cleveland ball momentarily. They lob it in. In it comes to Salt. He lost the ball off his fingertips. Out of bounds to the Wildcats. Oak Ridge will get it coming down the floor. Have got to take advantage of every single possession. Down 12 here, 29-17. Here they come down the floor. Quez brings it across the line. He's a junior. Wildcats have Price Davis, Grayson with the ball. Caden Brightheart blows past his defender, gets a layup, missed it. Bryson on the rebound, gets position, shoots one up, missed it again. Rebounded by Cleveland. Wildcats can't get anything close to the rim to fall. Take a charge. Shot is up, no good. No good. Bryson on the rebound. The Wildcats wanting to run. Here's Brightheart down the floor. Brightheart dribbles all the way to the hole, shoots, no good. Nothing falling for the Wildcats. Nothing. 5:14 to play in the third quarter. Salt is fouled on the floor by Quez Thomas. 5:09 to play third quarter. 29-17 the score. The Wildcats trailing. That'll be personal foul against Quez. That'll be his first. Team foul number 3 against Oak Ridge here in the third period. Well officiated ball games here at Cleveland. Girls and guys. That's got to be 5 seconds. And he knew it. He knew it was about to happen, so he banged it off the legs of Bryson Comer. It'll be, once again, Drew Lambert to work the ball in, and Cleveland will call a timeout. 5:09 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge trailing 29-17. I'm so used to saying on top. 29-17 our score. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Cleveland in 30 seconds. David Clary back here along with Caleb Riker, Alex Baraxa, Ethan Eubanks. Brian Bennett back in the studios of FM 92.7. Wildcats on top. I said it again. It's 29-17. Oh, nice move. Shot is good by Thomas by Cleveland, and the Wildcats are down 14 again. 31-17 the score. Strader with it over to Quez, to Grayson, to Price. Price thought about launching a three, will not do it. Wildcats trailing 31-17. Grayson dribbles in, has a layup if he wants it. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Nothing falling for the Wildcats here. 31-17 the score. Here comes Cleveland down the floor. Number 4 drives in, pass intercepted by Caden Brightheart. Throws the ball away. He was trying to give an outlet down the floor to Bryson Comer. Bryson had his head down. Caden slung it up the floor, but unfortunately nobody was there.
It looks like Coach Green is about to explode there on the bench after watching that one. Took a deep breath there and continued coaching, but it is not looking good for Oak Ridge.
Cleveland with the basketball. Oak Ridge playing good, solid defense here. Let's see what number 4 can do. He backs it over to Leaper around the left side. They've got a three. Boy, it's a big shot for them. No good. Wildcats got to crash those boards harder. Here comes Cleveland driving in. That's a charge. He ran right over him. No charge. 16-point game. 33-17 the score. That's got to be a charge. The officiating's been good. I'm not really criticizing the officials here, but that was a charge. Bryson Comer with the basketball, dribbles in, kicks the ball back out, got to get out of the paint. Wildcats with the basketball. Grayson Strader with it, 3:55 to play third quarter. Oak Ridge down 33-17. Wildcats, Caden Brightheart with it, dribbles in, got a screen, but no place to go. Quez has it. Wildcats got to find some offense. Bryson's going to shoot a three. Why not? No good. On the rebound, out of bounds, should be Oak Ridge's ball. I mean, we got to find somebody to score. It's been one of those nights where it's been a team effort. That's not the right word. A team curse not to shoot. It's like there's a lid on our goal for whatever reason. Oak Ridge ball. In it comes Grayson Strader. One dribble, one shot. No good. Bunny missed off the rim. Here comes Cleveland. It's just that night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, can't fault their effort. They just can't get anything to fall. Three-pointer and a big lead. He missed it. Rebound, tip. Good rebound by number 5, Salt, to his teammate. Then the Wildcats get a steal. Grayson Strader dribbling the ball to Caden Brightheart, who drives into Price. Lost the handle of the basketball. Oh, nice pass. Into Bryson Comer. Shot good. Give the assist to Price Davis. And the Wildcats trail by 14 again. Here's a steal. Intercepted. Ray layup blocked. Grayson Strader, though, has it. Ray with it. A good defensive play by Cleveland. Ray's a little bit out of control here. Gives it off to the top to Grayson Strader. Great defensive play by Raekwon, though, to get the ball away. And then a good defensive play by Cleveland. Brightheart to the hole. Good. Caden scores. And it's down to a 12-point game once again. 33-21. 2:37 to play in the third quarter. Still anybody's ball game, but we can't give up anything easy. Got to play solid defense. Connor Cummings, Marcus Peters about to check in the ball game. 33-21 the score, Cleveland ball. Lambert dribbles against Price to the baseline, lowered his shoulder and gave it up to Brooks. Brooks got it by Caden, throws the ball high all the way across the floor, pulled down by number 3. He's going to drive in against Bryson, back to Salt. Salt turning, spinning, driving, wants to shoot, no good, but he's fouled. That's going to send Cleveland's Judah Salt to the free throw line 2 times. 12-point game, 2:07 to play third quarter. 33-21 the score. To the free throw line will go Salt. Back to the line, Cleveland, toss, good. 21 points total. Connor Cummings comes into the game for the first time tonight. 34-21, a 13-point lead. 2:07 to play third quarter. We can still win this ball game. We just gotta find some offense here. Gotta hit some shots. Gotta find the right people. Shot is good. Back to a 14-point game. 35-21. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Marcus Peters shoots a 3. No good. Rebound Cleveland. He is wide open. Marcus couldn't get it to fall though, but a good look at it, and that's okay. Hopefully they'll start falling. Here comes Cleveland down the floor. Gober for 3. No good. Marcus Peters on the rebound to Caden Brightheart. Coming down the floor with it with 1:42 to play in the third quarter, down 14. Marcus again wide open. Won't get a shot off this time, throws a bad pass. Layup, maybe even a dunk. He laid it in and scored. That's Jason Brooks. This is not our night, ladies and gentlemen. Effort's good. Execution, not what we'd like. 37-21, but the effort's good. Ray with it to Caden Brightheart. 1:17 to play third quarter. Here comes Caden splitting the defense, wanting to drive in the paint. No place to go. Backs it up to Ray. Ray back to Caden. 1:07 to play. 16-point game. Bounce pass Bryson Comer. Hook shot good. Count it, and he's fouled. Opportunity for a three-point play for Bryson. He'll go to the free throw line. 37-23, 1:03 to play in the third quarter. We were down, I think, 14 at the half. We're down 14 now. We have made a little headway. We got it, I think, to at least 12. Bryson to the free throw line. Shot, no good. Bryson, a good free throw shooter. Wouldn't fall for him. 1 minute to play third quarter. Oak Ridge trailing 37-23. Here comes Cleveland down the floor. The Lady Wildcats won today in a big one. Their 5th win in a row, their 8th win of the year. Number 11 lost the ball. Caden steals it, pushes it up to Price Davis. Price, stumbling, goes inside of Ray. Didn't take the shot. Coach Green wanted him to, though. Cross-court pass goes to Price. Price walks with the basketball. Coach Green, Ray was underneath the goal. I think Coach Green wanted him to go right back up with the shot, but he didn't. And, of course, he was in the tall trees. I'll give Ray a little credit. He's not the biggest fellow in the world. Slightly taller than Caleb Riker. As it'll be with 35.3 seconds to play. It'll be Cleveland basketball. Number 4 driving coast to coast. Blocked by Bryson. That was a bad shot anyway by Thomas. It was not going to go because he was launching from about halfway down the lane there. But Bryson's rejection gives them the ball back with 27 seconds to play. A near steal by Price. Hit him in the back. He didn't know it was coming, unfortunately. It does. I would agree with that. Here comes a trap set. They work the ball out of it. That's Leaper with it. 13 seconds to play. Leaper, left side it goes to Gober. 8 seconds. Leaper driving. Number 3 with it. 4, 3, 2. At the buzzer. No good. Out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge heading to the fourth quarter, trailing 37-23. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Cleveland in 60 seconds.
Blame our shooting woes squarely on Wodunkstra. We're shooting like Wodunkstra shoots. Come on, Wodunkstra. This is awful, Wodunkstra. They're shooting like you. Can you leave Wodunkstra home next game? We need to win it.
David Clary back here along with Caleb Riker. We thank all of our sponsors for being a part of our broadcast tonight and appreciate Ethan Eubanks doing camera work along with Alex Waraxa and Caleb Riker here with us. My name is David Clary. You all probably know that. Been doing it 1,000 years. But Wildcats, their struggles tonight have been offensively. They just cannot get much to fall here. Of course, they're without Brennan Scott, who's one of their leading scorers, and obviously their three-point shooter had 8 in a ball game this year. And Wildcats throw a bad pass. It's knocked out of bounds by Cleveland, though. Wildcats have got to be much more careful with it. 5 seconds off the clock, 7:55 to play in the ball game, 37-23. Ray with a basketball. Price Davis in there. along with Caden Brightheart, Grayson Strader. We need a great little comeback. Ray for three. No good. Rebound to Ray into Price, into Bryson Comer. Missed the money. Grayson battles, has the rebound up. He's fouled. Grayson Strader will shoot 2 free throws here. 7:38 to play. Foul called against Cleveland is only their third. Team foul, number 3, as I mentioned. It's going to go against Thomas, and Grayson Strader will go to the free throw line. Caleb, what has Grayson done to this point in the ball game?
Well, Grayson has made 2 two-pointers and a free throw. He made an and one. He has 5 points so far. Pending 6, hopefully.
Usually a great free throw shooter. Missed the first one. They're in the lane early. Free throw is good by Grayson. Wildcats down 13. Got to play and get stops on defense. Here's Cleveland with it. 7:35 to play in the game. 37-24. One of the lowest scoring ball games for the Wildcats in forever. Here comes Cleveland. There's a ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Cleveland. And it's a good call by the official. It was honestly touched by Oak Ridge. I was hoping it would go Oak Ridge's way, but good call by the official to reverse it. The far official saw it correctly and made the right call. Officials have been good here. Here's a steal by Ray almost. Saved by Leaper. Leaper for 3. Boy, that's a dagger right there. As that shot is good by Gabe Leaper. It's back to a 16-point ball game. Oak Ridge with the basketball. Here comes Oak Ridge with it. Here it goes, Grayson Strader. Long 3. No good. Bryson battles, can't get the rebound. Now he does. Good hustle. Bryson Comer. And then he's fouled. Stopping the clock with 6:59 to play in the ball game. And Oak Ridge down 16. It's that 24 that keeps, I just can't get over it. We've only scored 24 points total in the entire ball game, averaging about 60 a game. Brendan Scott's a big absence for sure, but not that big of an absence. I mean, he's not averaging 40. Grayson with the basketball, drives the paint, stops, pops, no good. Had a good look at it, just wouldn't fall for him. This is just not our night. Let's just head back and win a couple. Oh, that was all ball right there. Was that not all ball there, Caleb?
It looked, I couldn't tell from this angle, but back on that Brennan topic, I think that it does affect the score, but not to this magnitude. But at the same time, they do have to respect the shooting of Brennan. And I don't think that there's, maybe besides, as Ray missed that.
Missed layup after a great play by Grayson Strader on the other end. It's just not our night. I mean, I don't know what our shooting percentage is. Coach Green will have it when he comes up here. But as Cleveland throws the ball away, they're trying to help us here. But we just are not getting anything done offensively. Still down 16. I blame Kadungstra. 6:24 to play in the ball game, 40-24. Coach Gaddis is all over Alex Baraxa here as the Wildcats get a layup here. Nice shot by Grayson Strader. Great ball movement, great assist there, and the Wildcats trail by 14 again. Wildcats back on defense. They break the press with ease. Gabe Leaper left side gives it off to Gober. Gober shoots a 3. It's good. 43-26 to score. Man, can't do much at all here. 5 minutes, 53 seconds to play. Here's Brightheart driving in, throws one up there, no good. Rebounded, tracked down by Grayson Strader. Caden had 28 against them the last time. Wildcats throw the ball away. Want to remind everybody, a lot of fans are heading home here. Girls Inc. Tennessee Valley will have their sneakers ball Saturday, February the 11th from 4 o'clock to 8 p.m. at the Emory Valley Center, 723 Emory Valley Road, Oak Ridge. And that'll be a fundraiser for them as they miss a 3, rebounded by Price Davis. Tickets are $20. A family of 4 is $50. For more information, you can call area code 865-482-4475. Grayson Strader for 3, no good.
We cannot get anything to fall.
Nothing's falling. It's just one of those nights here. 5:11 to play in the ball game, 43-26. I can't remember as dismal offensive performance as as this one has in a long time. Wildcats break down on defense, and they give up another bucket. And we're down by 19 here, 45-26. The Oak Ridge faithful, some of them heading out of here. It's a long drive back to Cleveland. Here comes a drive by Grayson Strader in the paint. Throws it up there, no good. Rebound Cleveland. I don't know, it's contagious, I guess. Nobody's able to score, but right there what Coach Green's not going to like is they beat us down the floor. He's not going to like that. You can deal with sometimes not being able to score, but what Coach Green does not like is not getting back on defense. They can go up on us by over 20 here. To the free throw line will go Cleveland. At the line will go, it's a strange way to say it, will go Gabe Leeper, the senior.
You know what I blame? I blame the bad Clinton defense on making us sloppy. I blame them not. And now we're playing a good team. We just played probably the worst team we played all season last game.
That's a shot at the Dragons there, Caleb, but that's okay. As the Wildcats trail 45-26. Free throws, good. Back to a 20-point game. Everybody's leaving, even the Cleveland fans. I guess they're beating the traffic. 4:34 to play in the ball game. 20-point Blue Raider lead, 46-26. Leeper back to the line. Toss, good. 21-point deficit, 47-26. Well, as Oak Ridge gets Bryson Comer in the paint, shoots and scores. Bryson scores, and the Wildcats trail 47-28. Coach Green still wants them to play hard. We're down to 4:20 to play in the game. Leeper is fouled by Price Davis, and with 4:18 to play. I want to remind everybody of our next week's schedule. Tuesday will be at West. That's a district game. We got to play better. West is good and really more athletic than this team. This is a great athletic team. We beat this team in overtime at the Wildcat Arena. But nothing like this. 20-point, route. Honestly.
What a wide stance there by number 23. That is.
Hey, it works for him.
It works. It's interesting, but it works.
Back to a 20-point Cleveland lead here, 48-28, 4:18 to play. I don't look forward to talking to Coach Green after the ball game. I think I'll let Ethan Eubanks interview Coach Green after the game. He says no. I don't blame him. One of his players. 49-28 the score, 4:14 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge basketball. Here it goes to Quez Thomas back in the game. Quez to Grayson. Dribbles in. You don't want to be playing bad because next week we got West on Tuesday, Carnes on Friday. Quez to the hole, no good. Here comes Carnes down the floor. Coach Green's still coaching. He's still on his feet, coaching. As Cleveland trying to get their offense, nearly a double dribble there on Goober, one of the two. 3:46 to play. Cleveland headed for the win. The Wildcats are going to drop their second game of the year. Good defense there by Oak Ridge. Here's a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebound, Price Davis. Price and the Wildcats coming down the floor, hoping to break 30 here. 49-28 the score. 3:29 to play. Grayson Strader with it. Calling for Oak Ridge to move. Grayson shoots a three, no good. Rebound by Bryson. Bryson, no place to go, but to Quez. Quez in the paint, throws it away.
The ball to the other team.
Wow. There's not much going well here for the Wildcats. I know a lot of people have probably dropped off the broadcast here. 49-28 the score. Cleveland basketball. Alex Baraxa helping us out here. Ethan Eubanks, Caleb Riker, Brian Bennett back at the station. West on Tuesday, Carnes on Friday. There's a banked-in bucket. Made good by L.J. Adams, another senior. This is ugly. 51-28. Price Davis, elbow shot. No good. Rebounded by Cleveland. You can see Coach Green's frustration. The percentage is just not good. They just cannot find anything to go. You have those nights, honestly. Once again. I got a text from somebody just now that's commenting on your comment here about Clinton, yes. So there's people still listening and watching. 50. It said basically what you said, just kind of sarcastically mocking you, actually. As
wow.
That's okay, Caleb. You're good. That's not good. That's bad defense. Jason Brock scores The Wildcats are down 53-28. You know, without Brennan Scott, I'm not making any excuses. Price goes to the hole. No good. Does draw the foul, and helped up by Camden Gober. And with a minute 52 to play, we're just trying to get out of here. It's a long ride back home. It won't be a pleasant trip back to the Ridge. Brennan Scott, I see him sitting on the bench there, and just looking at him, he's not too happy about it. Not able to play. He's wearing a boot on his left ankle. Free throw is way off the mark, no good. Price was fouled in the act of shooting. Here comes Connor Cummings back in the ball game. Wildcats also get Shamar Green in, because Green's going to get Cameron McCullough in the ball game. He's going to come in for Price. Cooper Williams is in there. The white flag is being waved here, and young guys are going to come in to play. Quez is still in there. Price knocks down the free throw. Now Camo comes in the ball game, and Price will check out. Wildcats down 24, 53-29. An unbelievable night. It's just offense shooting is just contagious, and sometimes you've got it and sometimes you don't. We don't have it tonight. Here's a steal by Connor. Connor's going coast to coast with it. Takes it strong, and the ball is knocked out. I was going to say there's going to be a foul against Cleveland, and Connor Cummings is going to shoot free throws here. It was the 16th foul. They are going to rule him in the act of shooting, and Connor Cummings will go to the free throw line. Connor yet to score in the ball game, and he'll have 2 shots here. 53-29 the score. Connor Cummings to the line. Shot, good. Connor knocks down the toss, and we've broken 30. 53-30 the score. Unbelievable game. I mean, it's nothing like I've seen the Wildcats play all year. It's one of those Saturday night games. Missed free throw by Connor, rebounded by Cleveland. They still have Leeper in the ball game. They have Lambert in the ball game. Got a senior bench here. Number 1's in there. That's DJ Adams. He's a junior. Camden Gober, he's a senior. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seniors on the roster. Here's a free throw line jumper. No good. Rebounded by Shamar Green. Shamar with it to Quez. Minute 11 to play. Quez kicks it out. Camo drives. Camo shoots. Camo scores his first 2 varsity points, and the Wildcats trail 53-32. 58 seconds to play in the ball game. Cleveland with the basketball. Way to go, Cameron McCullough. Down the floor it goes to Drew Lambert. Lambert, top of the circle, back to L.J. Adams. 46 seconds to play in the game. 53-32 the score. Cleveland with the basketball, dribbling it out. 40 seconds to play. I'll be speaking to Coach Green after the game, or I might get Caleb to interview him instead.
I will not be interviewing somebody that angry.
53-32 the score. He's calming down now. He's sitting on the bench.
He's calming down.
Here's a steal by Shamar. Camo's got it. Has Connor. Camo's going to take it to the hole. No good. Big board by Cameron. He saves it into Cooper. Cooper Williams drives in. Shoots. No good. Cooper Williams will shoot 2 free throws with 13 seconds to play in the game, hoping to get it under a 20-point deficit. He's got 2. The foul's called on Adams. DJ Adams.
Crucial free throws here as this game is just so close.
Cooper's free throw is short. 53-32. Back to the free throw line. Cooper Williams, sophomore. Connor Cummings in the ballgame. Shamar's a sophomore. Quez, a junior. Camo, a sophomore. Shot is good. 20-point game. Here comes Cleveland. I doubt they'll shoot. But Gabe Leeper, a starter, is going to dribble it out. We will not foul. They will not shoot. The final score is posted. The Wildcats have been defeated by 20. 53-33. That is the final score. Congratulations to Cleveland. They split the season series with the Wildcats. I can tell you, though, it was ugly game here tonight at the Cleveland High School gym. Offensively, the Wildcats just struggled, and they lose it 53-33. That's the final score. We'll speak to Coach Green. We'll have the final stats. 53-33 the final score. We'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett. We'll be back to Cleveland in 3 minutes. Welcome back once again to Cleveland High School. The Wildcats in a 53-33 ball game. As we're waiting for Coach Green to join us here courtside, Wildcats drop it. I was just talking to former Wildcats Kevin Kalchak along with Brian Clary here. And I was going to interview these two guys here. I'm going to ask you guys your name. What's your name?
Kingston,
What's your last name?
Kalchak, James, Clary.
Clary. Yes. His dad was Brian Clary, who was a kicker for the Wildcats years ago. His grandfather is Mark Clary. His grandmother is Liz Clary. I know all this. I know your family tree.
Yes, sir.
I'll just put you on the spot. 53-33 the score. We're waiting for Coach Green to join us here. Let me get Caleb in here. To run down the scoring of the ball game. Caleb?
Well, your final here was 53-33. The Blue Raiders beating our Oak Ridge Wildcats. The leading scorer for us tonight with 9 points would be Caden Breithart. Excuse me, I'm struggling with that last name. I'm sorry. Bryson Comer with 8, tying Grayson Strader with 8. Bryce Davis with 4, Connor Cummings with 1, and Cooper Williams with 1. Oh, don't let me forget Cameron, also known as Camo, scoring 2 points. All right, and then we go to the Blue Raiders side of things, as they had 3 people score 10 points, one being Jason Brooks, Arian Thomas with 10, Gabe Leeper with 12, and Jason Brooks with 12 as well. My fault. Drew Lampert with 5, LJ Adams with 2, Judas Salt with 7, Camden Gober with 3, and Alex Hyder with 2.
Thanks a lot, Caleb. Appreciate that. We're waiting for Coach Green to join us. Hopefully it won't be a long wait, although I know he wasn't happy, as the Wildcats are defeated 53-33. I look around here. I do not see Coach Green. I'll take another break here. We'll send it back to Brian at the station. Girls won. Thank you, Ethan. Ethan Eubanks departs the building. We appreciate him. Alex Boraxo wearing a brace on his arm. Yeah, how embarrassing it must be for Alex Boraxo to walk around with a sling on his arm after breaking a bone. Alex, you want to tell the fans out there what you did and why you're wearing that sling?
So pretty much went snowboarding, flew like Superman in the air, landed right on my collarbone, broken right in half, had to have surgery. Now I walk around in a sling.
And do you think Coach Gaddis can pick on you any more than he's doing right now?
He's ruthless with it. You know, it never stops. He's my biggest bully now.
That's funny. I'll tell him that. Anyway, final score, 53-33. Here comes Coach Green. Let me get him up here. I was about to take a break here, Brian. We'll stay right here. Get Coach Green in here. Coach, I don't know if I want to talk to you. That was, I don't know. Hopefully it's out of your system. Just a struggle offensively. I mean, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's got to be incredibly low. I mean, you just struggle to get any kind of offense, and that's kind of sometimes kind of crosses over into your defense when they – because I could see a couple times. And I said something. We missed a shot here, but I said what's going to make Coach Green more upset is we're pounding and not getting back on defense on one occasion, because that's something – you can miss shots, but you got to get back on defense. They didn't do that much. Their effort was good, but your execution was just struggled tonight.
Yeah, I mean, nobody obviously with Brenner not playing, you got to have somebody else step up. Obviously, we kind of went the opposite direction. We had guys play worse. It is what it is. We just, I don't know. I mean, we had a couple of garbage points there to get 33. I don't know. You could probably tell me if we've ever scored that few points. I don't know if we've ever.
Not since the 40s, maybe. I mean, no, 33 is a low point total.
Yeah,
you got 53 though. You're pretty okay with that though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just, I don't. I mean, I was asking my assistants what to even say to the guys after the game. I'm kind of really just speechless as far as I mean, but again, you're going to have nights where you struggle. I mean, that's probably what we just saw there was an extreme struggle, a little bit more of an exaggeration of a struggle. Don't know really, I don't really answer for it. We, kind of played the same way we have. I mean, just nobody can make a shot, and even the ones around the basket, we're shooting them soft and missing everything. I mean, that's just I don't. I don't know. Not getting the foul line.
Was your shoot around okay, or were you?
Yeah, I mean it's normal. I mean it's just a little bit, a little bit out of routine because we had to go to 11 because of the Robertsville game, but that didn't have anything to do with it. Just, I don't know. I mean it's, when you have, obviously Brennan's, a big part of our offensively what we do, but I mean there's no reason. There's no excuse for that. I mean we can beat that team without him, and that's what I told him before the game. But I think just, kind of snowballed on you. You start missing the shots, and next thing you know, it gets tighter and tighter, and then, and everybody starts missing them. Now all of a sudden it's mental, and, that's really the only explanation I got. It's just, it's obviously a bad night. It's really an understatement.
Coach, I don't have anything I can say to you here. The important thing is you start district play again against the 2 undefeated teams left in the district besides yourself. West is 2-0. Carnes is 2-0. You'll play them Tuesday and Friday. Hopefully Brendan will be back. What's the extent of that? I know he rolled his ankle. What's the extent of that?
Yeah, I don't really know. I think it just really depends on how he does, through tomorrow and Monday. If you're asking me, it's probably 50-50 after whether he'll play. I don't know. I hope so. We've definitely missed him tonight for sure. And I don't think obviously West is. I think they're 10-11-3. Obviously then Carnes on Friday, but we've just got to regroup, and we're giving them off tomorrow. We're going to take off anyway. Need a break, and try to come back in Monday, flush this game, and get ready to go play a tough team on the road. And I don't know. A lot of it is that you kind of as a coach you don't really know. I don't know how we haven't dealt with this a ton. I've had nights where our teams hasn't shot it very well, but golly, I hadn't even attempted. We had nobody in double figures. I don't even really know attempt to what we shot, but anyway, just bad night, chalk it up, try to flush it, and go on the next one's really all you can do. There's nothing you can change.
It's got to be under 30%, Coach. I mean,
there's no doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt.
And you missed a lot of threes, a lot of open threes, which you normally knock down some of the guys that were missing shots. But, like you said, I guess the best thing to do is just flush it and get ready for Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything you can do. I mean, like I said, this is the first, I'm pretty sure we got pounded on the glass. Of course, it's a little bit deceiving because, as many shots we missed, there's a lot more rebounds to go out, so it's a little bit deceiving. But we definitely got, first time all year we've been out rebounding. I think the number of misses, because you think about it, all the misses, there's more opportunities for them to get rebounds. So that contributed. But, we only had 2 offensive rebounds at halftime, which is, not very good at all compared to, what we normally do and how we're supposed to be doing it, and I don't know. It's just, just very, very frustrating. I don't think the guys were, I don't think there was a lack of effort or anything like that. It's just, Lord just couldn't get the ball in the hole. You got to give Cleveland credit. They're good defensively. I mean, obviously we beat them early in the year in overtime, and we just, I don't know. If we're not getting didn't get any transition, and times we did get transition, we took horrible shots. I mean, I could keep going down the list, without even watching the tape, but. Just really frustrating. You got to move on. Obviously, we're 13-2. If you'd watch us play tonight, you thought we'd be 2-13.
Kevin Kalchak, who's in the top 10 all time in our scoring, was here playing. He was talking up the team, and he lives down in the Chattanooga area. And he said, "What happened?" I said, "Well, I can just be honest with you. That might be the worst we've played in 2 years, to be honest with you, shooting-wise, anyways.
Yeah.
And I said, we're a better team. Trust me. Continue to follow us. There'll be better days ahead." That's what I told him. Yeah,
no doubt. I apologize. He had to watch that, but it's like in life. It really, and you need some adversity, but shots ain't falling. And I didn't really say this to the guys, but if you truly care about it, we're off tomorrow. If I'm those guys, I'm in the gym. I'm getting shots up and trying to get that. See it go in, and that's a decision each one will ever make. How much time you got to put in, and that's kind of like life. You're going to sit here and kind of feel sorry for yourself because you couldn't make a shot, or you're going to do something about it. That's kind of my mentality. When I played, if I struggled, I'm going to go get in the gym. So hopefully some of those guys can get in the gym and and see it go in, and try to get better from it.
We're going to end on a positive note. Cameron McCullough scores his first varsity points.
Yeah, had a good play. That's the first one I'd seen go in a while when he made it. And Cam McCullough's going to be a good player for us for sure. He's just a sophomore.
Coach, we'll see you over at West on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, David.
The Wildcats defeated 53-33. The girls win today in a thriller. Great game for them. Once again, our next broadcast will be coming up on Tuesday. The Wildcats taking on the West High Rebels. We'll have the broadcast on FM 92.7, FM 94.7 from West High School. It'll be a 6 o'clock tip-off for the girls' game. The boys' game will be at 7:30. That about does it. There wasn't much we could say anyway after the boys' game. Just one of those nights here from Cleveland High School. Appreciate Ethan Eubanks and Alex Boraxa and Caleb Riker for helping us with our broadcast. Brian Bennett back at the station. My name is David Clary. Once again, the final score, Cleveland beats the boys 53-33. The Lady Wildcats win, though. They win their 5th consecutive game. 54-52 was the final score. For all the people I mentioned before, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody. What's up, Caden? That's a tough one.